This is a place, a very special place here at our Justice Center. This is a housing unit that reflects the county's commitment to strengthening support services and honoring the unique needs of justice-involved veterans. Before me, I see the words respect, resilience, integrity, accountability, and courage. That's how we feel about you. We thank you for the journey you've been on, and we're here to team with you for your journey ahead. The Cuyahoga County Corrections Center houses approximately 40 declared former United States military service members on any given day. Our United States military service members provide us with the freedom and the lifestyles we enjoy every day here in America. And that means that we need to provide them with the support and assistance that they deserve when they have experiences that bring them into the criminal justice system. They have served us, and here today with this pod, we serve them. A specialized approach to justice services for veterans is essential, acknowledging the unique challenges many service members face, and ensuring they receive support and structure needed to successfully return to their families and to their communities and to their jobs. Our goal with the Veterans Housing Unit is to provide veterans with coordinated care and guidance rooted in trauma-informed practices, helping them to rebuild their lives following encounters with our criminal justice system. This is veteran-specific support, targeted assistance, reentry preparation, with job preparation, housing preparation, and probably most importantly, building community here in this pod, where members of our armed services and our veterans will find lifelong friends, peers to lean on when they're back into our communities. I'd like to thank those of you here today who work with our justice-impacted veterans every day. Please know that you are doing incredible, important, necessary work that changes the lives of men and women who have served our nation and now deserve a path to stability and renewed purpose. Cuyahoga County Sheriff Harold Pretel, a veteran himself, I know from day one this has been a priority of his. Chief Nestor Rivera, thank you for making this a priority with your entire Correction Center staff. And to all the staff, I see you out there, thank you for your support of this incredibly important unit. You are uplifting residents who are here, despite the challenges of their being here with this unit. I want to thank Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court Judge Andrew Santoli. Judge, thank you for what you do at the Veterans Court, and he'll be here speaking in a minute. But he and his staff continue to ensure coordinated, cooperative approach to providing assistance to our justice-involved service members. It's been an honor to be at your graduations, Judge, and it's an honor to work with you on this important endeavor. I also want to acknowledge Judge Mike Shaughnessy out here today. Thank you for being with us, Judge, from the Court of Common Pleas. I want to thank our reentry team, Simeon Best and all of his team, Justice and Health Equity Officer Laurel Diaz, and Program Officer Tony Humes, for your daily attention to services in our entire Correction Center population. When I took office, our goal was to work with the team here to provide programming that would help persons when they do integrate back into our community. To Patricia Cannon from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs and the entire VA staff, we thank you. And we thank our delegation from the House and the Senate, the Governor's Office, everybody who helps us help our veterans. You are all our partners, and you support programming for our Correction Center and staff veterans. Lastly, I want to thank our veterans from the U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, the Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and Space Force. You are why we are here, to honor you. It's my honor as a county executive and with my partners in county council, Councilwoman Turner, Councilman Gallagher, thank you for being here today. And it is my moment to introduce Sheriff Harry Pretel. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back. Sheriff.
Thank you, Executive Ronayne. Just want to mention thank you, everyone, for being here. And I can't thank enough the support, not only with the Veterans Housing Unit, but everything else that we do, the County Executive, County Council, judges. Thank you for being here. Without the work of Chief Nestor Rivera, Associate Warden Shimo, Associate Warden Frame, this would not have gone off the ground. We know Program Officer Tony Humes is quarterbacking this, but it's a team effort overall. But I want to mention the importance of it. A lot of times we have situations where veterans are just in a space that they didn't envision themselves being in, and now they're here. They're in this situation. So what can we do? We can recognize that they are some of the special people in our country who raised their hand and said, "I serve," just like everyone in public service, right? You raise your hand and say, "I serve" in public service. Veterans says, "I serve, I will serve my country." Well, they didn't envision them being in this situation, but what we can do is acknowledge their service, acknowledge their commitment, and provide them some opportunities so that when they do return back to society, they don't return here. Provide them some opportunities so they are better equipped to transform and return productively to society. Provide them with opportunities to have a better experience. Not a fun experience, a different, better experience for them. Why? It is important that we at least know they, at one point in their life, said, "I want to try and help our country." This is our opportunity to give them the opportunity to go ahead and contribute and be a productive member of society. Because we know that they had the foundation, made some bad decisions, and we'll work through those, right? It's not like there's a million veterans here, but those that come through must know that we're here to support them. It's often said that a society is judged by the way they treat those who are incarcerated. Well, we know that on many levels, we are extremely fortunate in this county that with the executive support and council support, we're able to provide superior service to the residents in our custody. Whether it's medical service, whether it's mental health service, substance abuse, whether it's programming, we have a lot of programming here. You can look at jails, facilities throughout the state and throughout the country, don't have nearly the opportunities that we have, don't have a fraction of the programming that we have here. This is just another one of those programs. But it's important to note that all of our residents have appropriate programming. All of our residents have the opportunity to participate in various programs. All of our residents are valued and respected. The words that the executive read off that we have here: courage, accountability, integrity, resilience, respect. That's very important for us to make sure not only that we practice those, but that we demand those and expect those from our residents. So our residents know that that's going to form the foundation, whether they're veterans or not, that they get better and don't return here, right? But for veterans, for today, very important, as this is Veterans, it was Veterans Day, obviously, on Tuesday. So it's important to know that we value veteran service, and this was a very appropriate week to have this rollout for it. We do have the POW MIA table here, and I think that Chief or Warden will give an explanation on that. But I just want to mention, again, thank you for the support, all the work that went into this, and veterans need to know our partnership with the Veterans Service Commission. Without that help and support, we absolutely couldn't have done it. But it is important that they know, hey, there's something here for me. And as time goes on, we'll have more programming, more updates for you. I'd like to ask Chief Nestor Rivera come up and give us, oh, I'm sorry, okay. Well, did I jump off schedule here? Okay. So, well, we'll stay in the order here. So, Councilwoman Meredith Turner, who is one of our ardent partners on County Council, please, a few words for us. Thank you.
This quote on the back of our program caught my attention. Our debt to the heroic men and valiant women in the service of our country can never be repaid. They have earned our undying gratitude. President Harry S. Truman. I share that with you, and I wanted to acknowledge Ms. Gilliam's heart-stirring rendition of our nation's song. When you were singing, my heart went like that. So thank you, Ms. Gilliam. I bring greetings on behalf of Council President Dale Miller and Vice President Yvonne Conwell. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my colleague, Chairman Mike Gallagher. It's my privilege to serve with him on the Public Safety and Justice Affairs Committee. Good morning to all our veterans, all active military, all who have served come from a family who serves. Good morning, my name is Meredith Turner, and I serve as Cuyahoga County Councilwoman for District 9. It's also my privilege to serve as chair of the Finance and Budgeting Committee. It's an honor to stand with you today following our presentation of colors, the national anthem, and the invocation beautifully offered by Reverend Antoine Givens. I also want to thank Sheriff Pretel for his leadership, and our county executive, Chris Ronayne, for reinforcing why this work matters and why this Veterans Housing Unit is necessary. I also want to acknowledge Chief Rivera, his team, Shimo Frame, and everyone here, our four-legged friends. I love seeing them when I come into the building, so give a shout out to them as well. As we meet during the week of Veterans Day, we must say out loud a truth that is often hard to face. This is the last place we ever want to see our veterans. These are men and women who wore the uniform, risked their lives, and served our nation with courage. And when they find themselves here, it is on us, morally and institutionally, to meet them with dignity, compassion, and support. We know the invisible wounds of service run deep. Trauma, mental health challenges, and instability too often lead to crises that bring veterans into contact with the justice system. This new unit is designed to meet them at that crossroads. It is a place where accountability is paired with compassion, a place where healing can begin. By providing counseling, peer support, reentry tools, and a community of understanding, we are creating a pathway for veterans to rebuild and return stronger. This is restorative justice in action. And if one day this unit sits empty, if no veteran ever needs to be here, that will be our greatest success. It will mean we supported them along the way long before they ever reached this point, Simeon. Until then, Cuyahoga County will continue to stand with every veteran who calls this community home. Their lives matter, their sacrifices matter, and their service will never be forgotten. It is now my privilege to introduce someone who has long championed our veterans through the justice system and has helped shape the way we support them through the specialized courts and coordinated care. Please join me in welcoming Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court Judge Andrew J. Santoli.
All right, good morning, everyone. This is a special, special day. First, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all of our veterans and military personnel in attendance. Without you, this day wouldn't be possible. As Councilwoman Turner said, my name's Judge Andrew J. Santoli, and I have the privilege and honor to serve as our Veterans Treatment Court Judge. I'd like to start off my comments by giving a round of applause to Officer Stephanie Gilliams. Officer Gilliams, or I call her Stephanie, she's one of our probation officers on our Veterans Treatment Court. She works every day with our justice-involved veterans, making sure that they have the services they need to return to our community. So thank you again, Officer Gilliams. I'd also like to thank County Executive Ronayne, Sheriff Pretel, and their staffs for inviting me and my team to take part in this incredibly important event. Our Veterans Treatment Court in Cuyahoga County is the largest Veterans Treatment Court in the state of Ohio and is one of the largest Veterans Treatment Courts in the country. We routinely serve on average anywhere from 60 to 70 veteran justice-involved clients. Many of our veterans that we service on our court will be initially housed in the county jail during either pretrial proceedings or awaiting substance abuse and or mental health treatment. I know firsthand, and my team knows firsthand, how important it is for veteran-only spaces
for their rehabilitation and their treatment. We know that veterans do better when they're surrounded by other veterans. And the data supporting the formation, implementation, and operation of Veterans Treatment Courts backs this up as well. The reopening of the Vet Pod is a significant step in providing timely local and federal services to the veterans housed in this county jail. It is my sincere hope that the Veterans Pod will facilitate an increase in access to social services, expedite referrals and linkages, and reduce incarceration time and recidivism. Our justice-involved veterans took oaths to support and fight for this nation, and we, as a society, as elected officials, owe it to each and every one of them to maximize our resources in an effort to return them back to our community, rehabilitated, and get them engaged or re-engaged in mental health services and provide them with the services necessary to fight their drug and or mental health and alcohol addictions. This Vet Pod and the reopening of this Vet Pod will aid us in helping our justice-involved veterans live a life of recovery. And as Councilwoman Turner said, it should be all of our goal to one day not need a jail Vet Pod like this. Sheriff Pretel, you're up again. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everyone. Won't keep you too long this time, but I do want to mention, as you heard from the other speakers, the amount of services that we provide for veterans is important. Like the judge mentioned, veterans that are working with other veterans, supported by other veterans, will do better. Ohio is a very high contributing state to the United States military. We're also a very high contributing state to the academies, whether it's Naval Academy, Air Force Academy, U.S. Coast Guard Academy, West Point, or the Merchant Marine Academy. So we are one of the highest contributing states. So if you take those numbers, obviously it translates to a percentage of veterans may find themselves here. All the more reason why it's very important that we have this pod. But along with that, I think it's an opportunity that you look at the illustration we have here. Our ecosystem for supporting veterans is very strong in Cuyahoga County. Not just the Veteran Service Commission, obviously for the Executive Council, and even in the Sheriff's Department of the county jail, we support veterans. Because we've heard, we know that we're an all-volunteer force time. Remember, volunteer means there's a U in there, right? Volunteer, you volunteered. That's the force that we're in today. There is no draft. So when they fall in these hard times, it's important that we be there for them. Remember, we've also heard the old adage, veterans signed a check to our country saying, payable in full to the people of the United States of America, to up and include my life. Significant. As a Marine Corps veteran, I can tell you, whether our veterans spent their time forward deployed or whether they spent time somewhere else, whether stateside, they agreed to serve, did their time, and now we're going to help them with their time here so they don't return here. So I won't go on with that anymore. I just want to introduce Chief of Corrections, Chief Deputy Nestor Rivera, so he can give you updates on more operational things here. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. When we first talked about bringing back this pod, it was, it was like an uphill climb for me. I said, man, how are we going to do this? It's going to be difficult. And then here we are. We got the dream team. So I do have to mention Kevin O'Donnell, Warden Shimo, everyone that put in work here. We haven't mentioned our Metro folks, so special shout out to the Metro folks for what they do. Their work hasn't gone unnoticed, so just wanted to say thank you for all your support. I had a conversation one time with the county executive, and he mentioned the words, the future model. The future model, so that's what I keep in mind when I think about what we do. And I couldn't be more happy with the support. We got the council members here, we've got Reentry, we got the vets. I mean, we've got a great thing going here. We are Cuyahoga. We're going to continue to push forward. And again, I just can't say anything to our military folks that are home. Welcome home. To those who haven't gotten here yet, we're going to work on making sure that you get here and you get well. And, you know, it's a pleasure and honor to be here. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who put in the effort here to make this happen and bring this back. So thank you. All right.
Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Simeon Best, Director of Reentry Services, Cuyahoga County.
Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Simeon Best. I serve as the Director of the Office of Reentry for Cuyahoga County. It is definitely a privilege to be here with all the county leaders. Appreciate the work that we're doing as we honor, the opening or reopening of the Veterans Housing Unit. This moment marks a significant step forward in how we serve those who have served us, our veterans, within the criminal justice system. The Veterans Housing Unit is more than just a physical space. It represents a renewed commitment to supporting justice-involved veterans as they navigate the challenges of reentry. At the Office of Reentry, we understand how critical it is to meet people where they are with dignity, compassion, and the right support systems. I'm especially excited about our reentry navigators who will be engaging with some of the veterans when they come out, helping them to develop a plan for when they come out, connecting them to the necessary resources. Veterans often carry unique burdens, trauma, mental health challenges, and the lasting impact of their service. When those burdens intersect with the justice system, our response must be rooted in compassion, opportunity, and understanding. This unit is designed to foster pride, structure, and community, values that resonate deeply with those who have worn the uniform. We know that access to the opportunity can change lives, and we believe that those who have already demonstrated courage, discipline, and resilience deserve every chance to succeed after incarceration. This is a collaborative effort, as you can see, one that honors our veterans and empowers them to rebuild, reconnect, and reclaim their futures. Thank you to everyone who made this possible. Together, we are building a more just, compassionate, and hopeful Cuyahoga County. And with that, I'll turn it over to our Patricia from the Veterans Affairs. Thank you.
Good morning, and I won't be before you long because, as my previous speakers have said quite a bit about this, and I don't want to belabor by saying this is just a wonderful opportunity for the VA. I'm here today to say that we want to thank you for being our partners. We want to thank you for the partnership. We want to thank you for helping us accomplish some of the goals. I work with the Veterans Administration. I am the supervisor of the Veterans Justice Outreach Program. Our program is designed specifically to go out into the community. We cover 22 counties, and we go out and we try to find our veterans. We try to identify where our veterans are who are justice involved. This opportunity to have the pod open is just phenomenal. What it is going to allow us to do is to support your efforts. Legal partnerships are one of the major objectives that we are striving for in our, this is just one example of how it makes it easier for us to do our jobs. What we do when we come into the situation is we bring those services that we know that the veterans definitely need. We are a team here at the VA who can appreciate some of those unique situations that our veterans do encounter. It is very difficult to be, I know, a veteran, to come home to the situations that they have to deal with, and then not to have the resources to overcome them. They have laid down their lives for us. This is not just a job for me or my team. It is a mission, and we accept it as a mission because this is the least that we can do in our efforts to help these gentlemen come back home, gentlemen and women, to come back home and re-engage in the communities to reestablish their lives. The Veterans Justice Outreach Program is a team of individuals who works under the homeless umbrella. We are firm believers that the veterans that enter into your programs are here because they have needs that were not met. And then we have a team that has been educated and works with those particular needs and is able to understand the plight and the journey of that veteran. Our team here today will, it's just going to be awesome. I'm just so overjoyed that this pod is opening because we have a major objective to reach out and identify veterans. If they are already here and they are together in a space, then we can come in and help you with your mission, which is the same things that I see posted here. It's just beautiful, almost brings me to tears. Respect, resiliency, integrity, accountability. These are the things that we need to reinstill in them, that they brought and that they gave their lives for us to actually, live our lives and be able to be full citizens and to be representatives for our communities and our families. So we should be able to afford them the same opportunities. We make mistakes, and when we make mistakes, we like to meet those veterans where they are to help them to pull their lives back to pull their lives back together. The team that comes in here will be able to provide the things that you talked about. We'll be able to provide the assessments. We'll be able to provide community-based employment services, housing services, the assistance that they need, that they may often at times feel very proud about and not be able to access because the pride and other things may get in the way of them asking for that help. They need not ask for the help. We already know what they need, and we're here to provide it. This is one of the most important partnerships that we could have actually even envisioned. I am so overwhelmed with the opportunity to have my team and to be actually supportive in guiding this team to work with this, to work with your legal team, with the county sheriffs, with Veterans Service Commission, with all those that are involved. So today I would just like to say we want to thank you and know that the Veterans Administration is 100% committed to this opportunity and to making sure that this vet pod brings about all of the things that we envision to help with the re-engagement and reentry of our veterans back into their lives and into the communities. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Ms. Cannon. I'd like to introduce Ms. Laurel Domanski Diaz, Justice and Health Equity Officer for Cuyahoga County.
Good morning, everybody. I am so honored to be here and to see this program come to fruition. When I accepted this role with our county executive as Justice and Health Equity Officer, I came from a background of working with my former colleagues there from Metro Health and the Correctional Medicine Program, and seeing every day the challenges that people face that come through our doors from a mental health and substance use perspective in particular. So this program and this opportunity, I think for folks is exactly where we need to be going as a community and as an organization. I think that this is an example of the thoughtful and impactful programming that we are aiming for, both within this jail and within our new jail facility. We want to create a more humane and rehabilitative opportunity for everybody that walks through this door, and the Veterans Pod is an amazing example of that. I want to thank a couple people that I know worked really hard on this, and Tony Hume, Associate Warden Frame, and Associate Warden Shimo. Special Assistant Jimmy Carbone. I think that you guys, your hard work is paying off. This is a beautiful space and it's very respectful, and I think that people will be honored to, in a bad situation, be in a space that is very respectful. Thank you again to the sheriff and to the chief for all of the work that you guys put in and all the support that you do every day to make sure that there are programs here that are going to be effective and rehabilitative for our community members. So thank you again. It's an honor to be here, and I'm just so excited.
Thank you, Ms. Diaz, and your support also in all this time. Thank you for catching things that may slip between the cracks. So we appreciate that your leadership and your experience in this facility is a big advantage for us. Folks, I just want to tell you one more time, very important that we support our veterans in every space that we can. This facility is a place for them to absolutely be able to be in a position to get better. So I know someone else has done some work here, and thank you, Laura, brought it up, and Special Assistant Carbone has been instrumental in a few things here, and he'll mention also. Jim.
Lastly, before we conclude, we have a representative, Emily, from the the United States Senator's Officer John Husted with a proclamation.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Emily Diorio. I serve as a constituent caseworker for United States Senator John Husted. It's an honor to be with you all this morning for the opening and the reopening of the Veterans Housing Unit. I have a certificate on behalf of the Senator that I would like to read a few lines from. It is important to recognize, honor, and support those who have served our country. Cuyahoga County remains dedicated to this mission. This housing unit will serve as a supportive and empowering environment for residents who have served in the armed forces. It will provide individuals with resources, guidance, and support as they build stronger futures. Please accept my sincere congratulations on the opening of this new Veterans Housing Unit. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily, and many thanks out to Senator Husted for that very meaningful words, very powerful words as we close out Veterans Week, because we know that Veterans Day was this week, and I think we know the history behind that. What, 11/11, 11th month, 11th hour, 11th day is when we celebrate Veterans Day officially. So this is the close of Veterans Week. It was also Marine Corps birthday. I have to mention that one. A shout out for the Marine Corps. Semper Fi to all of our fellow Marines out there, but all of our service members who contribute to the mission. Again, they don't think about it when they swear in and they're enlisted, whether they're serving undersea, whether they're serving on ship deployment or forward deployed somewhere. They don't think they wind up here, but while they're here, we're going to respect and honor that service and put them in the best position to make the best decisions going forward. So with that, thank you very much for coming, and I'm going to ask Reverend Givens for a benediction, please.